you graduate. I mean, you drop out of school. You don't get your GED, but at some point you say, I want to start my own business.
Yeah. I
What got you into washing cars? Let's start there.
what got me into washing cars, man. I was a victim of a stabbing. I don't talk about it too funny, but I got stabbed 10 times in my back with a screwdriver by a close friend. Um, and I was in ICU 8, 9 days, emergency surgery 8 to 10 hours, hospital total 16 days. Um, and when I got out, I couldn't lift no more than like a gallon jug of milk. So, my girl at the time, she worked at the hospital. So before she goes, she'll fix me little cups of drinks and stuff, that I could pick up. But me being who I am, I always wanted to work. I always saw my granddad at work. I always saw my dad at working. So I always wanted to work. So I was staying in Cedarwood, off of Dean's Ridge Road.
Yeah.
And I told her, like, I want to get me a job. Like, I need to find me a job. I can't sit in this house. I'm just sitting in the house playing NBA Live all day. I done played an 82-game season in one day. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I can't be sitting in this house like that.
Real quick, how old were you?
I was when I got stabbed, man. I was 21 years old.
Oh wow.
Yep, I was 21 years old. So I had her to take me down to the Acura dealership, and I never forget the service manager's name, Ken. And I was like, hey, yo, man, I need a job. Like, I told him my story, like, I got stabbed. I can't live no more than this. Like, I just need a job. I'm used to working. So, he asked me what I got stabbed behind and all that. When I told him, it was just so funny to him in a good way. You know what I'm saying? So I started vacuuming out cars with Acura of Augusta.
Mm.
And it kind of trickled to me leaving Acura of Augusta, going with my mentor, Glenn Johnson, down at the old fire station on MLK. And left there and went to the Lexus dealership, worked there for a little while, and it was just something that I knew I can do,
Yeah.
But I ended up quitting Lexus, and then I went back into like the warehouse driving forklift type thing.
So, kind of bouncing around some car dealerships.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to, but like you mentioned that the guy said he found it funny. Was the story funny to you about why you got stabbed? Like,
No, it wasn't really funny, man. But when I told him what I got stabbed behind, it was a macaroni dish. It was a macaroni dish that my mama left, that she cooked macaroni and cheese every Sunday. So this particular individual, man, like I used to have bags come in and we'll sit down at the table and, sack it up and I'd give him a little something, for helping me and stuff. And he had like I want to say a little Bonneville or Malibu, photo Malibu, and I had my baby blue Cutlass. So we used to take turns riding and shit. So this particular day we rode in my car. And before we turned in our neighborhood, some little females hollering. He was like, man, I don't know if it's you or this powder blue Cutlass, they got, women after you like that. And it just didn't register right with me. But he ended up stabbing me like 2 days after he said that. But it stemmed from the macaroni dish or the macaroni and cheese I baked for his little girl or daughter-in-law at that time or whoever she was. It started from that. So it went from me giving them calls to asking them, like, yo, what's going on? What's up with the dish? So I'm down in Sunset Villa, one of the little trap spots or whatever, talking to my homeboy Terry. And he comes from, they had the big side and the small side. So he come from the small side. I'm on the big side. So when I see him, I'm like, yo, hey, what's up, my nigga? Like, what's up with that dish? And when he heard me, he saw it with me, he was like, fuck you and that dish. Now I look like, bro, you saying like, fuck my mama, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So that ain't sit well with me. So, I kind of squared up the fight, man, and kind of turned my head. I saw a quick little flick. And I just remember my whole body collapsed. He was stabbing me. I just didn't know what I was getting stabbed with. You know what I'm saying? So he hit me about 10 times in the back. It was a struggle. My homeboy Terry thought we was fighting over there. So I told Terry, like, yo, bro, like, come get this nigga out, man. This nigga stabbing me. So Terry ran over there and pulled him off me. But yeah, I'm kind of scarred up behind that, still traumatized. That's why I don't go out. I don't hang around nobody. I don't like nobody behind me, Yeah.
I gotta stand there for a minute because I don't want to just brush past it. I feel like it's wrong to do so. I'm assuming y'all was no longer friends after that.
Say that again now.
I'm assuming you guys were no longer friends
No,
after
no,
that.
no, no, man, no friends, no friends at all. Actually, man, he stabbed me up, and I was finna jump at my cutlass, but he stabbed the tires on my car, so I couldn't go nowhere. So I had to take off running down Essex McIntyre.
Mm.
So I'm running, he running behind me. So, I'm telling I'm turning around from the square when we pull the screwdriver back out. So I'm telling, like, man, drop the screwdriver, bro. I can't fight you and that screwdriver. You know what I'm saying? So I see he wasn't going to drop it and he getting closer to me. I just took off running a little bit more. But as I'm running, the good Lord speak to me. It's like, get down on one knee, go down. And as soon as I went down, a car pulled up. And she let the window down. Name was Amanda. She said, "PEABO, you want to go to the hospital?" I just looked at her and said, "Yeah." I remember her getting out the car, putting me in the back seat, closing the door, and smashing out. So as I'm going to the hospital, I'm out. I'm in and out. Little bits and pieces like that I seen, like different lights and stuff that I seen. But I remember asking the law, like, I ain't did nothing to nobody. It ain't my time to go. So when I seen like Circle K that's on the corner by MCG. I blanked out from there. When I woke back up, I seen emergency letters up there. And the doctors come out, she running there, all the doctors come out. Doctors come to the car, was like, "Hey, you need help getting out?" I was like, "Yeah." So when they got me out, they was pulling me. So I was like, no, I get myself out. So I ended up using my own strength, getting myself out. I remember sitting down in that wheelchair, man. I'm rolling through the hospital. They calling all doctors. We got a trauma patient coming in. But man, he stabbed me up, bro. Yeah, he messed me up. It was a time and something that I never ever forget. Um, I want to forgive him. If I see him, I probably will forgive him, tell him that. But deep down inside, I want that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he tried to take me away, bro.
I just feel like it wasn't that deep. I feel like it was, unless it was something
Yeah.
more than
It
than you might.
had to be more of an anger issue on his side, something going on in his
I
life.
mean, had you had fought before? Had you ever
Nah,
had any
no
issues?
no problems at all.
Was he somebody that would fight other people all the time, or?
I don't really know, man. I really couldn't tell you. Like I say, I met him through the neighborhood apartment complex we stayed in. We just kind of clicked, kind of same kind of G-body cars, just different models, same type, smoking weed, chilling type shit. So that's kind of how we linked. But, he probably had some other issues going on.
He never. So, but this is. I'm asking because this is somebody that clearly. I'm assuming they know your parents. They know your folks.
Oh no, he didn't know.
So
Nah,
he just happened to have the dish.
No. He just happened. I had the dish at my apartment from when my mom passed. That was something that my sister probably got the cheese grater. I got the pan. My little brother got dish, and I got that. The macaroni dish was something I got, but it just meant a lot to me because that was what she cooked our macaroni and cheese in on Sunday.
So it wasn't even macaroni itself. It was a
it
dish.
was the dish, just the old dish.
And he took it.
Yeah, no, he didn't take it. I gave it to him for the birthday party.
And you needed it back.
And he didn't return it.
And you wanted it because it was something your mom might have passed already.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's messed up.
Yeah, so when I finally seen him, that's when he bopped off.
And he said, "F you in that dish," and you took it as F my mom.
Like, like, that's my mom. I still ain't get the dish back. After I lost my life, I still ain't got the dish
Did he
back.
know that was, hey, look, this is my mom's dish?
I told him when I handed it to him, I said, "Man, no matter what you do, man, I need this dish back." You know what I'm saying? Back then, I ain't know nothing about the Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, get little aluminum foil pans, shit like that. But, yeah, man, I learned a valuable lesson. I started cooking macaroni and cheese for people for years. You know what I'm saying? I just stopped doing that. So.
But I just find it strange. Like the person, nobody ever, it never brought up again. Like as far as like, oh, I seen such and such, or such and such said tell you he apologized, or
No, it wasn't nothing like that, man. I remember
because you said a friend was there, a guy named Terry.
Terry, but just Terry used to tell me little shit, that he said, but man, it was really bullshit. You tried to take me out. He tried to stab me in my neck with a screwdriver. I ended up throwing my shoulder, and to this day, I got a mark right here where the screwdriver hit my shoulder, blocking my neck. But man, I saw him one time, and that was at AutoZone on Milledgeville Road. So when I saw him, I'm coming out the store. He going in the store. So man, I got like chills, bro. I can't even describe it. Like I got chills. Like I sat in the car. I'm finna get him. He finna go through what I went through type shit. You know what I'm saying? So man, I'm sitting in the car, waiting on him to come out. He ain't never come out. The police pull up. Tell me I gotta leave off the property because someone in there done called and said they ain't supposed to be within 100 feet of me. So he
Mm.
ended up calling the police on me. So that day, man, I prayed to the good Lord, man, like, please don't let me see him. Don't don't let me see. I ain't saw him since that day, and it been years, and I don't want to see him.
Um, I guess did you have to file a restraining order against him or something?
No, that was shit was done through the court. You know, it was done through the court. But no, me personally, I ain't filed none on him. But through that time, man, of him stabbing me, he put 2 warrants on me. Said I pointed a pistol at his sister. Said I pointed pointed a pistol at his old lady. And, and they was locking me up. And I'm going to the courthouse getting, turning myself in at 401 with stitches and shit still in me. So back then, Watkins was the judge. Every time I went to court, he never came. So I told Judge Watkins, like, look, man, he called bodily injury to me, man. Like, you think if I pull a gun and point it after what he did, he wouldn't be able to put a warrant on me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Just being real with him. And they throw the charges out. You know what I'm saying? But it was just the bitch ass shit that he was doing.
Did he had to do time behind that
Man, they gave
situation?
him like 4 years, and he only did like 2 or some shit like that. Had to pay like $200,000 restitution of my doctor's bill, but that shit still followed me.
But
You know what I'm saying?
but I guess how that worked? Like how so because you falling in and out of the hospital, so all the cops coming to you in the hospital? Or do they just know because they outside and somebody said he did it?
No, what happened was when I went back into the emergency surgery thing, I was in a room full of doctors and they was asking me questions, but I was in and out. I was in and out. So when they was asking me questions, you can either type in my name on Google and you will see that the news, Augusta Chronicle, said I was stabbed behind a plate of macaroni.
Oh
Macaroni
wow.
got a lot of syllables. Both of my lungs collapsed. Me trying to say macaroni, I just couldn't get everything out. So they just put in the paperwork, macaroni got stabbed behind macaroni. But I remember going out, man. Just don't know where I was at. Just was a dark spot. And I remember waking up one day and Investigator Chu was standing next to the bed. He kind of asked some questions and stuff. So that's kind of sort of how police got involved.
What, do you think he was mad about that?
Who the guy that stabbed me?
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if he was mad or what. But shit, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you.
Dang, that's wild. Dang, over a pan.
Man, over a pan. Over a pan, bro. I like to lost my life over a macaroni dish, bro.
Okay, and so, but silver lining to that though is that's kind of how you got introduced to the cars
Mm-hmm.
in
Always
some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, that's how I started detailing car. I always, watched my mom car, my dad car in the yard, but actually getting into detailing, vacuum out, learning the insides and out of it was basically through that stabbing. So it was like a blessing and a curse at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
So I want to go back a little bit because I know you said the plate was it meant a lot to you because your mom passed. So at what age did your mom pass away?
Man, my mom passed 6 days for my 18th birthday. That was in 1999.
Mm.
It was tough, man. I was hard-headed, didn't listen, talk back. And she passed, bro, and that was tough, man, right before my 18th birthday. Your 18th birthday like a staple off.
Yeah.
So it was kind of tough, man, and I didn't get to celebrate my 18th birthday because they tried to have a funeral on my birthday. So I told them either a day before or a day after, and they had it the day after my birthday.
What was that like? Like, what was that feeling like? It's a mom, so
Yeah, man, it was tough. I still don't think I properly grieved from it. You know what I'm saying? But it was definitely tough, man, just to see her. But she used to tell me, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone, type shit. But when I found out she was gone, all that stuff that she said kind of played back. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely miss her. Now I see what she's saying. Now I be saying little stuff like that to my daughter. So I tell her, all right, you gonna miss me when I'm gone now. She don't be trying to hear that though.
Nah, I think it's a wisdom thing too. I think as life go on, you start to realize that your parents was trying to tell you stuff to help you when they no longer here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying as well. Um, and so you said before your 18th birthday, your mom ended up. What did that do family wise? Like your dad. I know you said your dad did never remarried. So
Yeah, he never did remarry, but my dad he real solid. He real secretive. He don't talk much. So he more was the rock of the thing. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It hurt all of us. It affect all of us down still to this day. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, it hurt all of us, man. It hurt all of us. But my daddy had to be strong for us. So it was a different. He probably dealt with it in a different way
yeah.
behind doors.
Well, could you guys? It says four y'all. So like, what did your family, like your siblings, say like when you got stabbed out? Like, what was their
Um,
reaction to it?
man, it was. They was hurt. They was crying. Trying to figure out how, why, what. You know what I'm saying? They were right there by my side. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't talk, but I can see that they was there. It hurt my oldest brother a little bit more because I want to say he was out of town or something, and he kind of knew the dude family who stabbed me, so he kind of wanted to
Yeah.
retaliate and go do things like that. But he was real upset.
And that's why I guess I wanted to ask that too before I move on. In, of course, like, what was it about you that you think the guy that did stab you um, feared or felt that he felt the need to lie on you about certain things?
Man, I don't know. I think it was more of a like, dang, they got this charge on me. I'm gonna try to get this charge on him type thing.
Mm.
But true enough, I did have me a pistol, but I had a 4.5. Shit, I couldn't even lift it to point it at nobody if I wanted to
Yeah,
point
too
it at
heavy.
somebody. You know what I'm saying? It was too heavy for me at that time. But I think it was more like he wanted, like, it was a lot of stuff he said, man. I punched him first, so I was finna hit him with a bottle, all types of stuff, he said to try to make it look like it was my fault and he was basically defending himself. But I had my back turned, man, when he stabbed me. He hit me right here in this muscle. This muscle controlled,
Yeah.
the whole side. And man, he just was jugging at me. So,
Just out of curiosity, I'm just have to ask questions. I'm paying attention. You said the guy that was there thought y'all was fighting. Like he didn't think to break it up. Like
no, actually, he was on one side of the car. We was on the other side of the car. Where it started behind the car. But when he stabbed me, if you know Sunset Villa, got oil spots real heavy in front of the front doors down there. So I kept slipping in the oil spot. So when I ran around the opposite side of the car, the blind side of the car, Terry ain't know we was fighting. He just thought we was over there bullshit wrestling.
mm-hmm.
But when I hollered out, Terry, yo, this nigga over here stabbing me, that's when I saw he had a screwdriver. Terry came and got him up off me. You know what I'm saying? But he had it already stabbed me 7, 8, 9 times already. So,
Okay. Well, then from there you come out. You mentioned this too. I know you said you were like 21 when this happened.
yeah,
21.
21, yeah.
Uh, at the time you got stabbed, you said the person you was with kind of helped you at that time, right?
Yeah.
Did that affect y'all relationship as well? Like you getting stabbed up?
I won't really say it affected it. Um, but she probably looked at like the way I was living, the things I was doing a little bit different. I wouldn't say it affected it because we still was together. We moved from that spot to another spot. You know what I'm saying? So she was there.
What was that hard? Because you and this guy lived in the same neighborhood.
Yeah, two apartments building separated from each other.
So was that hard for you, like living there after that happened?
No, because I was ready. I was looking for the action. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't in fear or anything like that, but she wanted to move. You know what I'm saying? I stayed in building P, he stayed like an N. You know what I'm saying? But he was locked up. When they finally caught him, he was locked up.
Got you.
But I really just give that to God, man, because it was times to where, when I finally got up and I got out of ICU, after the 8th day, I couldn't walk. I couldn't bowel movement. Couldn't do shit, man. Just lay there. So I remember calling my grandma. My grandma ain't never seen her go to church a day in her life. So I called her this particular morning, and I was watching Sports Center. And I was like, Grandma, I get out of here. I'm gonna kill that nigga. My grandma was like, boy, shut up, boy, pray about it. And then, you know, with her saying that, not going to church, I'm like, pray about it.
Yeah.
You know, nah, grandma, I'm gonna get this nigga. She like, boy, pray about it. I was like, nah, grandma, I'm gonna get this nigga. Long story short, she say, just call me back later. He'll come to you. So boom, an hour and a half passed. I hit her back. Grandma ain't heard nothing. She said, boy, just wait a second. I say, after I hung up that phone, man, probably about an hour and a half later, man, God came to me, man, spoke to me. I couldn't walk. I couldn't sit up. I couldn't do nothing. I was laying up there in that bed, man, and God came to me. He said, I didn't know it was God at first. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a private room. I'm under John Doe. Don't nobody know my room number except for my immediate family. And I'm laying in the bed watching Sports Center, and I hear this voice say, sit up. I'm like, sit up. I'm looking, you know what I'm saying? I can't move much, so I'm looking, trying to look around the curtain to see who on the other side of the curtain. So I ain't hear the voice. I kept watching Sports Center and shit. I heard the voice again, you know, real soft, calm, sit up. I'm nervous again, heart racing, like, don't nobody know I'm in this room, you know what I'm saying? So I said to myself, I sat back, kind of nodded again. I was like, man, if I hear this voice again, I'm going to move on its command. So I heard the voice again, sit up. So I'm slowly sitting up, you know. I get to the edge of the bed, not to the edge, but I'm able to sit up in the bed. And I knew it was him. He real. I knew it was him because he waited on the time for me to get myself together, to catch my breath. And at that moment when I had my breath, he would tell me the next thing to do. The next thing was to do was move your legs, swing your legs out the bed. So on that part, I didn't move on the first command. So I'm still trying to look at where it's coming from. So the second time he said it, I swung my legs out the bed. Like I say again, I knew it was God. I don't care what nobody say, God is real. He said it again, you know, like, swing your legs out the bed. I didn't hesitate. I swung my legs out the bed. I get to the edge of the bed, wait, gather my breath. I got this chest tube coming out of my chest on the right side. I had a total of 3 of them. It was 2 on the right, 1 on the left from my lungs collapsing and filling up with blood. So around that time, my 8th night there in the hospital, I was down to 1. So I get to the edge of the bed, hear this voice again. That's God again talking to me. And I sit up. No, he say down, stand up. So when I stood up, I ain't stood up in 9, 10 days. So I'm kind of like on a wobbly end of it. So once I get my balance, I look down at the machine, stand, you know, about yay tall. So I'm like, damn, how the hell I'm gonna pick this up? I can't bend down. So I'm standing out and got my balance. And God came again, look at your hand. I looked at my hand. My birdie finger was my longest finger. So I kind of squatted it a little bit and hooked in the hook and picked it up. Once I got that, God said, now walk. I didn't take steps to get my feet off the ground. I slid my feet. Walked past the nurse station. My nurse said, Mr. Donaldson, what you doing? And I just looked back at her, man, and started smiling. She said, don't worry about it. Go ahead, you God's child. But man, God is good. I done did a lot of shit. Probably gonna do a lot more shit. But God is good. You know what I'm saying? He real, man. He kept me when nobody else